Okay, now, before we begin, I'd like to say a few words. I'd like to say thank you to all the veterans who have fought and bled for this country. I've known a few in my life. My father is one, my great-grandfather was one. I've made friends with quite a few lately. So, to any veterans out there, this video is for you. And I hope that the assortment we have here will do quite nicely. First off, we have something you've seen quite a few times. The Ontario SP10 Marine Raider buoy. And something you've also seen is this K-Bar dog's head utility end. So I think you can see which is going to win easily. It's not that... Wait a minute. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit. The K-Bar brought his big brother. Oh yeah. This video is going to mark the debut of the K-Bar Big Brother on my channel. Oh yeah. But it seems a little imbalanced now, so in another debut, we have the Ontario Hunt Plus. I'm excited now. And sorry if I be coughing a bit. I've had a bit of a cold and a sore throat, but I'm gonna keep going. First off, and I've got more than enough material here to work with, as you can see, but I'm gonna start with something big. I got this big old piece of birch we're gonna go at with the Big Brother first. Ready for this shit? Just gonna see how long it takes. I'm actually gonna be looking at the time thing on my iPad so I know how long it takes. Do not like that scalloping though. I forgot to check the time, but you'll know how long it takes. That's a beast. You gotta say, that's a beast, despite how thin it is. Next up, I got some maple here for the SP10 to go through. Shouldn't be too difficult for it. Okay, this time we're starting at 10 seconds in at the 3-minute mark. Whew, maple's tough. Never mind. Less than 40 seconds, wow. This thing is a beast of a chopper. You gotta say. You know what's next, right? And I'm gonna start with the big ones before I do the little ones. Relatively little ones. Whoa. Ah! Gotta keep going. Can't give up. Not giving up. Even if I run into difficulties, I'm not giving up on this shit. Not giving up on this one. Not a goddamn chance. Problem is, the platform isn't the most stable. Doesn't really matter though. Where's that birch? I'm gonna try baton through this with the Big Brother. It's maybe a bit more difficult. That's why. That's those lovely serrations. I usually don't like serrations on a knife. Alright, let's see. Wow. That was excellent, actually. And I'm actually gonna split these down a little more. Actually, split these down a little more, so that's like a feather stick. Yeah. Next up is feather sticking. I've used the SP10 to feather stick a few times. I'm gonna move a little closer so you can see. Having trouble this time, but might be user error due to feeling a little sick, but sorry about that. Okay. One thing I like about the SP10 better, a little actually, is that I could do this grip with it. It's not going to be the best feather sticker. It's a big burly knife. Here the same thing. Just getting a clear area here. I'm carrying it away. Okay, seriously. Why am I not surprised about this? The thinner blade of a K-bar, but I can't get my thumb on the back of the blade because of the obvious serrations. Now actually, what if we tried something? I've never done this before. Wow. I have never feather sticked with serrations before. I feel like when I get it right and get them thin enough, they are really thin, like paper at the edges. Okay, now that I actually can get it right here. Again, a bit sick, so sorry about that. They're both pretty dang sharp. I mean, neither's gonna be the one you want to primarily make feather sticks with because they're so big. But at the same time, get the job done. Got some pine here, or yew, I don't know. I don't know if it's yew wood or pine. But hang on, I'm gonna see something here. I don't have any other bigger pieces. That's not good. But maybe I'll just go right here. Kind of messed up that strike. Definitely good for thinner stuff. This is a decent thickness. I mostly broke it, but it definitely gets the job done. But on a stationary chop, what'd you expect? Balance-wise, let's check. That didn't work out. Take two. Let's take a mulligan on that one. Okay. Now then, I've also got to talk about the hand tools, but first I'm going to talk about the sheaths. The SP10 sheath, this plastic with nylon over it. A lot of people don't like it, but I like it well enough. I decorated it with a bear. Decorate it with a bear because I like it. The K-Bar Big Brother definitely has the better sheath, though. Who saw this coming? That beautiful leather, it's just going to be always favorable versus nylon. Even though I've used some nylon sheaths that are really good. The handle. Got a Kraton handle with ribbing. It helps keep it in your hand. It's pretty comfortable, actually. I know a lot of people hate it, but I like it well enough. Stacked leather just can't be beat in this regard, though. You got the same ribbing. You got about the same ribbing, so it keeps it in your hand. And periodically, I'll be checking to make sure nothing loosens up on these two. Okay, let's see now. The prices are going to be wildly different. We're talking about, you can get 2 of these for 1 of these. Links will be in the description. Next up, we're going to move on to the small ones, the little guys. And that's a bit misleading, though. That's a bit misleading. Because these aren't really little knives. These are pretty big. First up, we're going to try chopping some thin stuff. Oh, actually first, I forgot to mention the steels. This is normal old 1095. Not a bad steel at all. One of the better ones for knives. Loses its edge relatively quickly, though. And of course, K-Bar uses its 1095 Kraton. And also, by the way, this is actually like a high impact, high temperature spray paint I put on it because I missed that coating. This is not the normal coating. The normal coating is much rougher and it's much more durable than this paint. But honestly, this paint is holding up pretty well. The paint's holding up a lot better than what I expected. Also, one thing I'd be willing to do with this, not that one, is prying. You saw that. The reason why? Take one look. Yep. This is the beastier chopper, but I've heard overall this is the better knife overall, and well, I gotta say they're right. There ain't gonna be a clear winner, though. This ain't the kind of competition we run. Next up is the smaller ones. We've got this piece of birch we're gonna try and chop through. First, we're gonna use the Ontario. Oh. Not bad at all, actually. That was actually really good. We use the same piece. Since it's a little thicker here, the K-bar is fine because the K-bar is a bit bigger. If you notice, I'm using this grip. Awesome. These K-bars are awesome. I mean, all the knives we're testing here today are awesome. Okay, that's about as much prying I'll do with that K-bar. I'm a little hesitant to do with this since it's a full flat grind, but here we go. I don't like that bend. I did not like that flex. So maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't do that. I'm gonna try to find something baton, and I think I see it. I might need to cut that in half. Yeah, this is a good size for batoning. This is a good size for batoning with these two. So I'm gonna cut it in half to make it a little more even. Did not want to pull that to the side. Did that by accident. Try and keep it even. I did not like that tink sound. I'm chopping on a knot, so this is a good way to tell the durability. Okay, we didn't break it. Didn't expect to. It's a K-bar, but there's always a possibility something's gonna go wrong. First up is the Hunt Plus. You know, what if I use my right hand to baton? That'll probably be better. Well, when it actually did it, before it busted off, it's doing really well. Yeah, I don't think you could say this is doing a bad job. Far from it. Alright, next up, the other piece of the K-bar. This might be a bit easier since the K-bar is a bit longer. Whoa, it's a little Picasso. Not bad, but this knotty area is still getting me. That did it. Next up is feather sticking. I'm going to split this down a bit more. I'm not sure what kind of wood this is. I think the K-bars are handling the brunt of the work in this one. Alright. Feathering, this is great. I love this one for feathering. Well, the wood's less than optimal right now with the shape, but when I actually do get it, this is a raised area. And what if I move closer to this one? Focus would be nice, grasshopper. Not bad at all. Okay, where's that other piece? Here we go. This is the piece I'm going to use for the Hunt Plus. So far, I'm actually really liking this one. This isn't going to be as good as my bushcraft videos, but when I bring a bushcraft video of this one, when it gets an episode of my bushcraft series, did I just say that? I'm an idiot. You'll see better, but the feathers are falling off. I'll put them there, see if they'll stay. Isn't that nice? You know, one thing we're going to do now is we're going to use some fat wood and a ferro rod. I got a new one recently. Nice handle, I like that. I modified the spine of the dog's head so it can actually do this stuff. This one didn't need any of that. So as a scraper, this thing is amazing already. This is fat wood, by the way. I don't know if I... What did I expect? I may try to make a whole fire. Not sure yet though. But that was great. Let's move that over. Now okay, actually that's really good. I didn't think I did as good a job on that spine. Again, hang on. It's a modified spine. I don't remember if it strikes the ferro rod as well. Okay then. I'm gonna leave that be for now, because it won't get off the log. And get to have a little fire there. I'm gonna find some more of this pine. but got it. Finding stuff for this. I've had people say plan your videos, but these things, they don't always go the way you want them to. So, and I can't work with that. I can't work when a plan goes awry. I get sloppy and I don't know what to do. Yeah, why not? That could be why. Yep, that happened. Now this. Here we go. Sheath-wise, this was literally all just nylon decorated. I used a wolf and Comanche patterns because this honestly looks like some knives I've seen that were owned by Comanche Indians, which is awesome. It's not a bad sheath, but once again, are you gonna beat leather? I don't think so. This has all. These K-bars have a whole cow on them of leather. Like, you got a full-on sofa of leather on these things. It's awesome. I love it. I love leather, if you couldn't tell. Pretty subtle, isn't it? It is a beautiful autumn morning. Now then, if I had to choose a combination, oh boy. Actually, first, I forgot the handle of this one. Sorry. This is actually all rubberized, but I decorated it with some masking tape and duct tape. One area that I can't do right now is actually show this knife in food prep, which it excels at. Like, I had a pork shoulder the other night, decided to use this. Oh man, butchered like nothing. As you can see, it's not a bad chopper either. And if you're thinking, oh, it's a little kitchen knife, no. This is a hunting / camp knife. This is what the early Bowie knives looked like. They were bigger, but that's what they looked like. They looked like big kitchen knives. Look it up. Look it up, pal. Learn something. Learn new stuff, please. I hope you do. I hope my videos make you do that. So honestly, if I had to take two, those would be the two. Big Brother and the Hunt Plus. Because this can scrape a fire steel like it's nobody's business. Making me look bad. Nobody's business. Plus the serrations, even though I don't really like serrations all that much, I can't deny that they have their uses. Let me try something here. This is relatively fibrous, so did not expect that to work as well as it did. But yeah, actually I'm gonna do a little small lighter chopping with the Big Brother. I'm gonna just move this around just so you can see how well this works, because I think overall, out of all these knives so far, this might be the big winner so far. Ready? Nothing. Since I have some more wood here. Okay. So if I really needed to, I could do fine feathers with that. But I'm actually going to do fine feathers with this now to show you why they would make such a good combo. Get some really fine feathers here. And I remember I couldn't get fine feathers with the serrations. That's not important, because if I get fine feathers with that or the plain edge, you know what next? We get the rougher stuff with this, and it can actually help sustain a fire a bit better. They would act sort of like pseudo kindling. So fine and rough serrations. And now we're gonna carve. This can carve fat wood really well, actually. Holy crap. I wonder what the serrations would do. Should we see? Well, that. Where'd that fat wood go? Barely see what I'm doing, can ya? Sorry. We've got fat wood and feathers. I'm gonna try from a distance this time. I was way off with the aim. Whoops. This video is basically gonna say also, it's like adapt, overcome, thrive. Price point. Once again, with the smaller ones, once again, the K-bar is probably gonna run you about twice as much as the Ontario. This was 35 bucks. This was 70 when I bought it. Smoky face. Ooh, got some Rosa Sharon here. This might actually show the Hunt Plus is capable of doing as well. Was that too fast? Is that too fast? Is that too fast? I think you get the point. Full flat grinds are amazing for that. They deal with small stuff like it's nothing. They're not the best at big stuff, but they handle it well. That burns. But yeah, you see how long that's going? Oops. This would be a winning combination. I can't get over it. So I'm shunting this, aren't I? No, I can't. This was one of my favorite Bowie knives, and honestly, this thing is amazing. It's a massive hunk of 1095 high carbon steel made in the United States for that you could buy for 50 bucks. That's awesome. It has not failed me. I'm gonna just say it. This is not gonna fail you. I've called this the Black Beast of Bowie knives. I stand by that. Oh man. Combat wise, oh boy. You're gonna want one of the big suckers, aren't you? Oh, just dual wield these suckers like drumsticks. Just a beastie chopper and a slice and dicer with some nasty serrations. Do you imagine jabbing that into somebody and wrenching it out with those serrations? Oh, that would be nasty. And there's a lot of shadows because the sun is coming from, there's trees there. It's just trees, I can't help it. I'm Two-Face. Harvey Dent. Carving would be, well, with either. I'm going to try to make some spikes with all of them now. If I can find something good enough. I'm going to use both sides of this for both. Now then. I haven't been coughing as much, so that might be, that's. Pass please, plane. Very good. I don't have a very good view right now. I'm working on a wood pile. What do you expect? Working on a wood pile. Now then, where was I? Now for carving, I feel like making spikes, this would be amazing. This is D-Bad's technique. Donnie B all day is one of the people I'm making this video for, an Afghan veteran and a good friend. Check him out, please. Or I'll call your mother and she'll spank you on the arse. But yeah, spike making, doing that. I'm not doing very good with this. I might not have done that well enough. But even then, this knife is showing that it's basically to say, oh, no problem. It's a mean looking spike. Is it a napkin or? These two are about as sharp as each other. The big brother is probably a bit sharper because it still has a factory bevel on it. But already, wow. This might actually be helped by the weight of the blade. This is a beastie blade. Not bad. I'm gonna chop this in half so I can use it. And where'd that go? It's not gonna be perfect as to which side was which. I'm just gonna keep going. It's probably getting in the way. Curve is not helping. It's not doing too much to get in the way. It's gonna take a bit longer with a smaller blade. Arm's losing it. Definitely not inept. Last one. I might have messed up on this one. Okay, there we go. Probably hearing the chickens and ducks a lot. Honestly, to close out this video, how can I pick a winner? Where's the big brother? Where did I put that sucker? Oh boy. Oh wow, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot sometimes, you know? How in the world would I be able to pick a winner? Look at this. Look at this craziness. Links will be in the description, and honestly, this is going to be the most expensive, this is going to be the cheapest, but this is the pair I would take if I had to pick out of these. Once again, this has been a special Veterans Day video dedicated to all our veterans who have served this country. Thank you all. And I know a lot of people, I know there's a lot of mistreatment you take, but know that there are people who do love what you did. There are people who do respect you. I am one of them. I do hope this video is to your guys' standards.